and add the final touches and print that off. Grab those sheets of paper as I wait for them to come out. Got to get this in the mailbox. And yes, that should be complete, and hopefully that's everything that they need. It has been extremely busy for the past 3 days. And this should have been in the mailbox yesterday. Let's pop that in there. Yeah. That should have been in the mailbox yesterday, but I have been busy. Extremely busy. Yeah. Especially building a huge shed over here. A huge shed. A lot of things have changed in 3 days here on the farm, and it's baffling the mind here. And the worst part is I'm under a little bit more stress now because of the things that are going on. I spent the rest of the afternoon reading. Oh man, it was like a book of a letter that the farm owner left, and yeah, basically, how do I put it in the gist of things? Yeah, so we have a huge loan now, a huge loan. He actually gave us, well, he borrowed $1.5 million for the farm to help us grow. He saw what I was doing and pretty much thought I could use some help here to make it grow faster and faster. But now I got a $1.5 million loan under a contract in a way that I got to get it paid off within a month. So the loan interest is like at $4,000 an evening. So that's not too bad seeing our solar panels bring in cash. The brochure also told me about the Crone Primos. He said I built the pellet factory, but I didn't have the harvester or the baler yet. And I was like, oh, I kind of knew about that a little bit because we used it on his other farm, but I didn't have the cash for it. So, yeah, a $1.5 million loan, which allowed us to get, well, I went ham on the loan. So basically, yeah, a $1.5 million loan, but I got to purchase the equipment that I saw fit for the farm. So, got a Fendt 1000, 510 horsepower, so that should give us quite a bit of things that we need to get done around here. That cost a decent amount. I'm going to say like 320 grand. $80,000 for the shed. Luckily for me, though, I went to bed one night, and when I woke up next morning, all the material was laying outside here. So I just had to, it was pretty much prefab. And of course, with the Fendt 1000 now, having more horsepower, using the pulley system and getting the structure up wasn't too difficult. Of course, we got the Crone Primos. That cost a good $330,000 for that. Oh, wow. What else did I spend money on? Well, we have a grass field, so I need a windrower and a tedder. And so here's the windrower. The tedder is not in yet, has not come in yet. I got a new subsoiler, twice the width, sold the other one that we had there. But of course, the biggest purchase, and I have not even got a chance to use it yet, is the harvester. We got pretty good amount of money for the old harvester. It was like between the harvester and the header, I got like $62,000 for it. So that has helped out quite a bit. Everything here right now has not even really moved. The autonomous tractor did get the grass field planted, and that should be ready for harvest. Honestly, it's been a couple days. So I need to start moving that stuff probably into the bigger shed. I mean, all the fields are pretty much ready for harvest. The animals, I don't know. I lightly looked after the animals. Just been so busy doing all the things I need to do. So what I put in the mailbox this morning was a spreadsheet on how I was what the plan was for the farm, and also how I'm gonna repay back that $1.5 million in a month. But that's not all. There was a contract in there and an offer for me to be a 50-50 owner of the farm. Now, the problem with that is it's a contract I need to sign. I guess could I just put an X there and be okay with it? I have no idea. I don't know how to sign it. I guess I could just put an X there. But they may take that as that I don't want the offer. The chickens are doing their chicken thing. All right, so they're doing... All right, so I got a couple full pallets there. Their feed looks okay. Yeah, so a 50-50 owner, which means, you know, there was a lot of details in there. I kind of need to read it again slowly because, you know, that's what contracts are. It's always the little words that you don't read or see that you don't quite understand that get you. But that's kind of the problem. I don't know how to sign it because I don't know who I am, so I don't know if that's going to be a... I mean, obviously it is a problem. I mean, it's a huge problem for me and the owner and the contract as well. Looks like we got plenty of grass in there. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 days since I checked that email, so it's not too bad for them. We are filling up on wool. Wow, we got a lot of wool here. We got like 40,000 some odd liters. So if I go into the economy page, I've paid off some of the loan. I didn't use all the 1.5 million, but the farm now owes 1.35 million. The good part is we are getting like 40 grand a day just from property income. But this is the thing I spent the most money on. Of course, you know, I sold the old harvester and got a new one. And it's this wonderful beast right here, the Class Lexion with a 45-foot header on there. Had not even got a chance to use it, brought it back to the field, and that's it. Yeah, even the harvest, I was harvesting that morning when I got the letter and have not done nothing to it since. But just been way too busy trying to figure everything out. And then, of course, when I was buying stuff, I had to bring down the old harvester because I had to see how the money was, and the money was kind of tight. And I did not buy everything I would have liked to have bought. I definitely wanted to get as I hook up this header for the first time here. But definitely wanted to get like a planter to do sunflowers and corn, but that costs like 160. And also, well, I would need a header for this Class Lexion, but let's go ahead and just have a quick look at this Class Lexion and see what I can do here. Probably be a good idea if I hooked up some things to it. There's that. Any hydraulic hoses? There's one PTO shaft. Is that everything I need? Is that everything hooked up? That is everything hooked up. Great. Wow, look how wide this thing is. Oh, this thing's gonna be a beast for us. Nothing wrong with the New Holland that we had, but man, this is what was taking up a lot of my time, which was harvesting. This is going to cut into it quite a bit. Yeah, so I mean, a planter would have been nice to plant corn and sunflower. But then I would have to buy the header for this as well. So I mean, that was like another $250,000. A bigger trailer for transport would be nice. And I was really looking forward to getting the cows, but you know, there's only so much I can do. So I got a month to pay off the loan. And if I don't pay it off within a month, then the loan interest starts coming out of my profits that I would earn, which is the other tricky part. Like I said, I needed to read this contract over again to be 50% owner of the farm, because it makes me take on a lot more responsibilities as it is. But seeing that I've kind of taken out the loan as is, I'm kind of responsible anyways for the loan interest after a month. I don't think it's going to be a problem paying it off. I mean, the chickens are doing well. The sheep are producing. And I got a good amount of fields to start with. So I should have no problem paying it off. So I say. But in the meantime, I would like to expand the farm more with a little bit more equipment. As for other tractors and such I don't need any, but another autonomous tractor in the future would be great. Well, I just harvest this little part of the field in no time flat. I mean, easy peasy, nice and easy. Oh, this is going to help me out quite a bit here. So yeah, 1.5 million in a month. It can be a little tight. So as long as the chickens keep producing, and I keep harvesting the fields as is, I think I'm going to be okay. Make more fields. That's why we got the bigger plow. I'm probably going to make one really huge field. I just don't know where yet. I got plenty of places to do it in. So just need to figure that out. But I mean, I've been so busy the past 3 days. Haven't really been around. Maybe I'll take No Name or Freckles around and try to figure out a decent place to put a really huge field, because now with a combine like this, it's not going to take me too long to harvest, and of course with the autonomous tractor, it can do all the other work in the field. Yeah, other than plowing or harvesting, the autonomous tractor can, spread lime, spread fertilizer, and of course plant. So that leaves me a lot of time to do other things. Now with a bigger field, I mean the seed drill that we have, it'll be sufficient. I don't need the autonomous tractor to seed a field with, it can take all day if it wants. So basically with one pass of this combine is like 3 passes with the other. So basically what it means is I can harvest a field 3 times quicker than I previously did. Plus I don't have to stop as much and unload the combine. Now this thing here, I do believe will hold 18,000 liters, and the trailer that we have holds 21,000. So every time I unload, I pretty much have to unload the trailer. I can deal with that. Now that we got the Fendt 1000 tractor, I can probably get a decent sized trailer in the future, and trailers are not that expensive. Just a matter of how big of a trailer I want to get. Something around 40,000 liters sounds pretty good, so double the size that I have, because that would take 2 loads of the combine. But man, this is like night and day from one combine from the previous one that we had. I'm gonna get these fields done so quick I could probably help out the autonomous tractor get some work done around here. But I got plenty of work to do. Like I said, the grass field's ready. I need to start making some hay pellets. The horses probably could use some hay pellets, and I also like to get some in storage for the sheep as well. Then we have to cut grass. I got silage I could be selling, but I have not checked the price of that. The price of soybean today is really, really good. Last I checked this morning, while I was working at the computer, the price was at $900 and climbing. So I have 30,000 of it in the silo, and plus whatever I get off these fields here this morning. So I'm trying to figure out if I can somehow pay, if I can pay $50,000 a day off the loan interest, that's definitely going to do me pretty good. But it's not, I can't just average $50,000 a day. I need more than that, because with a month that's just going to be 600 grand. I need, I mean, in reality I need like $100,000 a day to pay off that loan. Fingers crossed, as long as I keep the crop going and the animals keep producing. I know the solar panels and everything, that's going to bring me in, I think it's 40,000. Is it 40,000 or 20,000? Oh wow, I might have that wrong here. No, it's 42,000 a day is what I'm bringing in. All right, so I got to come up with 60 grand more per day. All right, so that might be harder than I thought. Yeah. All right. I mean, the worst thing is when it comes down to it, at the end of the month, I gotta pay the loan interest on the loan. It's not by then. It's not going to be that much. I mean, right now it's $4,000 an evening. That would hurt me quite a bit, and I wasn't paying attention. I lost some crop there. Not good. So I did get most of the equipment I have, the 1000, and of course the combine behind me does have GPS, so that can follow just like the autonomous tractor does. So if I want to have vehicles follow me, it will follow the tablet around, so I can do that. So the only tractor that doesn't have it is the original one that I got when I got moved. Should I say moved in? Appeared here. Seems like I just appeared here. I'm going to get my exercise in this morning. Hopefully I can get most of my work done today and get call it early, because, like I said, the last 3 days, I can't even remember if it's even been 2 or 3 days, but I've been working late and working hard, so I need a nice long nap. And the horses probably would like to get out and trot around a bit. This field here needs lime, so I'll have to spread it with some fertilizer first, then lime, and then seed. Well, 18,000 liters will empty rather quick in this combine. While I'm waiting for it to unload soybean 905 and still climbing, which is good. I don't have much of anything else to sell. I got a decent amount of wheat, but that's going to be for the chickens. The oats are for the horses. And just one look at the egg prices. That's not too bad, really. I got a decent amount of eggs. The cotton. Yeah, no, the wool. Yeah, the wool, 701. Yeah, lack of sleep. I am tired. All right, so now I feel like there's more stress on me now when I'm thinking of $100,000 per day. Yeah, even that doesn't... No, it's not $100,000 a day. I got it all in the spreadsheet. Too many numbers. I spent all night doing that on the computer, because it was supposed to be in the mail yesterday. Yeah, so my original assumption was right. It's $50,000 a day. That seems right. $50,000 a day. Like I said, too many numbers. Spent up all night in that computer doing a spreadsheet and figuring things out. Alright. I feel better about myself. I want to double check those numbers when I get back to the farm tonight. Back to the cabin. And hopefully, along the way, like I said, I would like to get some cows. Start producing some milk, some beef, some more manure. Horses just don't provide that much manure. So being a 50-50 owner, yeah, I would like to sign that contract, because I think I'm here for a while. The thing is, I just not quite sure how to sign the contract. That's the iffy part. And if I sign it with an X, will they accept that? Now the thing is, the contract is there for me to sign. I went to read, see how they signed it, and they haven't signed the contract yet either, so I don't know who they are just as of yet. So maybe they want to see if I'm going to sign the contract. Well, this thing turns on a dime. Well, soybean harvest is all done already. That happened quick. The question is, can I fit this header through here like this to get to the silo to dump this in there? Because the next step I want to do is get to the wheat field. It started to. There we go. Get to the wheat field, start creating some straw, because I want to test out the Primos. I've already filled it up with molasses and water, so it should be ready to go. I remember doing that on the other farm. Alright, sneak through here, make sure I don't hit nothing. There we go, leaving a nice swath. Before, this field used to take me a while to harvest, but man, I think with this thing, I'm going to zip right through it pretty fast, which is good. So many new toys to play with. It's hard to figure out what I want to do next, but I think we'll get the Primos out after I harvest this field and start making some straw pellets. Yeah, the farm owner is the one that kind of led me on to the pellet factory. He says, you forgot one thing, the brochure doesn't quite say anything about the Primos. It just says it makes, I guess I misread what the factory does. The factory just takes the pellets and puts them on pallets. It does not make pellets itself. So I cannot bring loose straw or hay in there, and it's not going to make pellets for me. But it's all good. I don't know if I'm actually going to make more money by selling the pallets of pellets rather than just selling it outright. At least I can put it on pallets and store it. So if I didn't have the factory, I would just have the, I guess we can call it a baler, the pellet maker. Every time it was full, I would just have to go on down to the market area and sell it. I just have to sell it as a price as is. I probably should think about getting GPS put on the Fendt tractor. Not the 1000, but the Fendt Favorite. Just because I can have it follow me around. But now that tractor is down there with a trailer full of soybeans, and I'm up here. I'm kind of hoping that the price goes up, so I'll just leave it there. Keeps going up, and when it stops, when I go down to grab it, I'll just have to head down to the market and sell the soybeans. Yeah, so a month to pay off this loan. I think that's, I don't want to say it should be rather easy. Now that I think about it, it's just $50,000 a day. And I still need to buy some more equipment, so, but I should be kind of satisfied with the way it is right now. I mean, the combine alone is doing great. Alright, I think I'll just take another trip to the silo, dump that off, and finish harvesting this field. Then I'll jump into the 1000. We'll hook up the Primos and start making some straw pellets and bring those to the factory and see how the factory does operate on its own. At least it should. It does not take long to harvest these fields with a Class Lexion and a 45-foot wide header. That field of canola is ready, but I want to get these straw pellets into the factory and see how this all works. Glad I left enough room between the new shed and, well, the working shed and the rocks. I can just barely drive down through here with the header still on the combine. Let's go fire up the Fendt 1000. I'm actually thinking this is almost like the same. I think it's the same combination almost I used on the other farm as well. I think it is. All right, let's get the display up so we can make sure everything is on the go and ready to happen. She's fired up. Now the only thing is, this is a slow process. 6 miles an hour is max speed for this Primos. Now the good thing about the wider header as well is less swaths is going to leave on the ground. So less passes I have to make, even better. I'm just trying to see how fast this thing is going to fill up. Just so I can get an idea of what field I could always do a straw harvest in. Did I not turn it back on? I thought I did. It looks like I'm feeding too much into it at once. It's shutting off on its own. Got to be careful of that. It's a safety feature. I did read that in the owner's booklet when I got it the other day. This machine, it takes a while to process it, so to overfill it, there's a kill switch on it. So I need to be careful on it when I got a lot of swath, like right here. Just need to be careful with it. Yeah, it does not like it. I'm trying to remember if I ran into that problem on the other farm, and I don't think I did. Not that I'm aware of. It's only going to be at the beginning and end of rows. Not the beginning, but wherever I ended with the combine. Probably should have checked on the horses to see if they need any straw. Now I still have the loading wagon to pick up any kind of loose straw to take care of the horses for bedding, and in the future pigs and or cows. I don't need it to do hay, because I can just take the pellets and feed it right into the troughs of the animals that require those pellets. So the next few days on the farm is going to be kind of busy, doing a lot of field work, because I got 3 days not doing any field work. Everything is built up on me here. And the one thing it did do by building the shed is it took away one field. That field was so small, but it was a perfect place to put the shed, nice and flat, right around everything else. I should be able to park the combine in there. And we are just about full. Yep, she's full right there. Yeah, luckily the farm owner pretty much told me how this works in the pellet storage area. I guess the farm that I was on, they didn't have it when I was there, but apparently they had the factory now themselves. believe that was on Sussex Farms, the other farm that he owns. Alright, and I say if I come in here, I'll actually open up both doors just to get some airflow in here today. Get a little bit of a cross breeze going. From my understanding, I probably should have raised that first. Better check that for damage later on. I can unload right from there into the hopper pickup. Yeah, everything it turned on automatically. It's already bagging up the pellets. Probably don't want to stand on that. And eventually, slide the bags over. Start stacking the pallet. Now, when the pallets are full, they should come over here automatically, and I think it'll store 3 at a time. The good thing is, it looks like the hopper would take the whole. Do I want to call this a baler? All right, so I gotta learn. So I bring this out here because I don't want to go through the door with it that way. So once I get it out, then fold up that, and then slowly drive on out. But I didn't get a bigger tractor. That barely fit through. And let me get another load of straw pellets loaded in here and check on the factory, and just once I get done. Well, another full load of straw pellets. All right, now that I'm in here, I'll unfold that. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but should be able to get in here okay, hopefully. I don't think me using a crane is the best option, so I think this does it best for me. Wow, I already got 2 pallets. 2,000 liters, huh? Doesn't this hold like 9? Well, according to the computer in here, 103 bags, 2 pallets. I got enough supply to last another 12 minutes, 28 seconds. And that is only... Do I need to leave the tractor on for that to unload? Or did I back it up too far? Or is the hopper... Fill level, straw pellets, 63. Oh, is it this that's... Okay, it's telling me this is at 62% maybe. Fill level, straw pellets. Okay, it's going down, so is it the hopper? Because the hopper looks like it's full. I need to leave it here because, looking at things, the price of soybeans, $9.07. I need to go to get the other favorite tractor, which is... Oh, it's going to be a little bit of a walk, but head to the store and sell my first trailer of soybeans for today. And I realized after I got down here, instead of walking down here, I should have grabbed the autonomous tractor, rode on the back of that with the seeds drill, and came down and started getting that, working on reseeding that field. I need a long nap. That's what I need. But yeah, $50,000 a day, that's all I need to pay off. This farm should not have a problem with that, seeing that we're making $42,000 a day just in solar panels. I have thought about putting down more solar panels, but in the contract that I'm seeing, no more solar panels, just because the power company does not require any more power. My tedder is here, which means the grass field I can cut ted it, make some hay, and make hay pellets now. So that must have showed up last night. Well, back to the farm. I'll get another load of soybean. Bring it on down. I mean, at 907, can't argue with that price. Well, I've actually surprised myself. I had 2 trailer loads in the silo, and I still got a little bit left over in the silo. This is another 1,000. Not enough to bring it back on down to the sell point and get the little bit amount of cash I would get. But $19,000 per trailer. Well, I got my $50,000 for the day I need to pay off the loan for. That's good, plus extra. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better about that. By the time the end of the month comes, this loan should be paid off before that, I would think. I would definitely think so. I mean, this is just harvesting 2 fields of soybeans. Or maybe, is it 3? I may have had some soybeans still in storage before I started to harvest. Well, I had half the harvest from a couple days ago from that one field, but yeah, I think it's just from those 2 fields actually. Not too bad. Yeah, the wheat field, that's just going to be, I'm going to probably go from wheats to oats, just to build up enough food for the horses and the chickens. And of course, any of the straw I get needs to go into the pellet factory. I need to check on that. I probably need to put the front loader on here and get those pallets out of there, because the factory's going to shut down once the pallets area gets full. Drop off the trailer. Yeah, I kind of looked at trailers already after making 2 trips down, and really I should be using the 1,000 bringing a trailer like this down, because yeah, it's been pushing this tractor around for quite a bit when I get a full load in here. And I start zipping around, so the 1,000 should really be the one transporting the grain on down, but the 1,000 is busy right now. Do I need another tractor? Ooh. I don't want to think about that right now. Too many new toys to play with already. I dropped off that tractor there. Should be good enough. The funny thing is my tablet hasn't said the factory shut down, so is it still running? For as quick as it made the pallets, I was thinking I was going to get a message pretty darn soon that the factory was full. I could have been just too busy driving with the soybean back and forth to the market that I did not see on my tablet that the factory shut down. Now I can do this one of 2 ways. I think for my first day, I think I'll just drive in here and move the pallets that way, since I already got it on here. But if I remember correctly, I should have it in storage somewhere. The crane can move these pallets for me. I won't move them outside, but it can move them over here by this door. And the question is, where do I want to put these for now? The shed. Where's? Yeah, let's go put it in the shed where the combine used to be. Now, obviously, the Class Lexion is not going to fit in here, so go ahead and store them in here. And I do need to move the other ones around as well. Oh, man. Putting pallets on the pallet fork, not a problem. Getting them back off, I have issues. Oh, is that a full pallet already? Man, this thing makes them quick, or was that just waiting to be put there? Well, I got the implement on the crane, and I thought, well, let's give it a whirl here. Let's see how bad I do here. Do I have it attached or not? Not so much. There we go. And then if I bring it over here to the other door. Now the only thing that's terrible about it is the pallet is facing the wrong way for me to put the forks into it. Well, you just don't want to drop it. All right. Now pick it up, please. Nope. It's sticking on there. And that's as wide as they open. Oh wow, I'm just as bad as this as I am on the logging trailer. Oh wait, I can probably rotate. Can I rotate that? Hang on a second. That goes that way. That goes that way. That goes up and down. Oh, you can rotate it. Alright. That makes sense. That makes sense. I might be just easier using the pallet forks. Supply lasts for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I think it's going to last for longer than that. It is filling up from the hopper, I do believe. So I'm going to let this run through. I don't want to bring any more straw pellets in here, because I am kind of curious. This is empty. This holds 9,000, so I brought a total of 18,000 liters. So at 2,000 liters of a pallet, I should get 9 pallets out of it, I would think. Well, the only way to know is let's let this run through. Being that's 11 o'clock in the morning, I did not have breakfast this morning again. I've been up all night. I may go back to the cabin, grab a quick bite to eat, and maybe take just a little bit of a nap. Hopefully not a long one, but a little bit of a nap. Turn this off, leave this here because I don't have to move these pallets around. And, yeah, I'll see if I get none of these or not. Not too sure. I'm going back to the cabin, quick bite to eat, and a quick nap.